And we should be live right now. Alright. Okay, so we're here now. Let me move the microphone not far away from my face, so my audio is kind of clear. How's everyone doing? Today we're going to be reviewing chapter 271. I don't know if Raven's seen it, but we missed him.
I have.
You have seen it, so you've seen this chapter, right? Like,
yeah.
In English, or the leaks, or like?
I saw the English translation actually.
Okay, I've not seen the English. I've seen the scans, and I saw a rough English, direct English translation. So I haven't seen the English scans yet.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested about the wording and how they're going to play it, because wording can matter a lot. So
sure.
But yeah, this is episode 16. We're going over this chapter. We miss Raven, so I'm gonna let him, get his stuff out, explain who he is. You should totally go sub to him because he's dope. But yeah, I'm gonna let him do his thing, do his little intro.
Hey chat, I'm gay.
Hi gay, I'm dad. Well yeah, he's gay. Gavin Geeks.
Gavin Geeks. Hey chat, Raven Geeks that do videos every Saturday. Well, I try to, unless I'm sick. I hope you enjoy the content. I'm planning to, of course, get back into the swing of content this week. Next week.
Yeah.
Because now I'm not as sick anymore.
Well, you should go check him out. The link to his channel is top of the description. Just click his name, go over and sub to him. We're trying to get him to 1,000. But yeah, so let's start by going to the chapter. So the chapter is called Life is Beautiful, which, by the way, last stream I legit called it was going to be a side chapter. I mean, it's number one, we had a little bit of a flashback, and then it's called Life is Beautiful. Sai's entire thing is beautiful destruction. It would make sense if we didn't get Sai. From the leaks that I saw, this was definitely not the direction I was hoping this chapter to go for. But I don't know, let's start. So the chapter begins with Sai and Rin picking up after the last chapter with him going to get ice cream. Sai says, "We're home." Rin follows him by saying home. His mother and father confront Rin and say, "Hey Rin, you broke another toy, didn't you? How many times now?" And Rin says nothing. He doesn't know what the hell to say. The father back there got the IQ stash and shit. Rin says, "I'm sorry," and Sai says, "I did it." Both the parents are confused. Rin is also confused. And the parents say, "Was it really you, Sai?" He says, "Yeah, I got annoyed and did it." And the father says, "Come here for a bit, Sai." And Sai goes over with the father, but they both stick their tongue out at each other. So Sai clutching up for the little brother, as he should, and then we get this part of the chapter where we get this kind of cut of a TV show of what's basically what is it? Because it's not Super Sentai, right? But it's Godzilla mecha fighting type shit.
Yeah, I believe it's some sort of I describe this as a very Power Ranger.
It's very
Power
close.
Ranger show.
Yeah. Some people are saying I can't take it anymore. The final boss won't stop. It's the end of the world. Hey, look at that. Evolve Man is still trying to get up. Well, it's been over 3 minutes. There shouldn't be any power left for it to turn into a giant, right? And he's like, "Nah, fam. I'm going Super Saiyan." And they're like, "What's going on? I feel my life energy is being sucked out of me. It's going to undergo its final evolution." So he's just doing the gawk and sucking everyone's life energy out of him.
He's doing the Goku.
Oh yeah, Spirit Bomb, and life is beautiful, and he kamehamehas the hell out of the final boss.
Man, I thought this was a manga about football.
Yeah, I thought so too. I guess we're not taking that route anymore. I guess we're going Super Sentai style. And it cuts to kids kind of reenacting the fight, and Rin's looking at them while he's playing Jenga. And one of the teachers says, "Recent special effects hero shows are really well made. I cried again yesterday after watching all of the episodes." So the teacher even watches it too. And they say, "Stop saying that and just do the final So they want the teacher to be the final boss, and she says the final episode is so sad. Yeah, we all know this, and they're like, take this. So they're just reenacting the show, and Rin's kind of fixated on it. It says it's Rin's turn next. Jenga. So they're playing Jenga. Rin doesn't really, I guess, not know what he's doing, and he just kind of flops forward onto the ground. We get a shot of these birds, and Rin just decides to just launch and just try and crush the shit out of them, which, by the way, people saw this and they're like, is he autistic? Like, legitimate question, like, is Rin autistic? Because he's just doing, I guess, shit that autistic people would do. I don't know. But
no, when described as not normal, they're apparently autistic.
Oh yes, 100%. Which, I don't know why he's doing this. Maybe he was just trying to catch him, because he looks like he was trying to catch him. Like he wasn't really trying to crush him.
It's just intrusive, like male child thoughts specifically. You know how as a kid you just want to do shit, even if it hurts you.
Exactly. You know the meme of like it's like a choir, and then there's this one little kid at the front, and it's like when you finally understand you have free will, and like they're all singing, and then he just starts screaming.
He goes, "Wah, wah."
Like that. That's all Rin did as a child. Like, but people were saying he's trying to crush them. I think he just was trying to catch the birds. Like, because it looks like here he's just trying to like launch and grab them, but he missed. Whatever. We get a shot of Rin watching an animal show of a cheetah hunting a gazelle, and we cut to his parents, and they say, today again, Rin caused trouble again. Today again, Rin caused trouble again at kindergarten. I don't know why they threw two agains in there. It says he jumped off a high place by himself and came home injured again. The mom says, and lately, Sai, he seems to be acting strange because of Rin. I wonder if I'm a good enough mother. The father says, it's fine. It's just a boy's impulsive nature. Literally impulsive, intrusive thoughts. I'm sure Rin will calm down as he gets older. It's interesting that they're really not like, I don't know, they're not really giving much detail to the parents. Like, I get the parents don't have to have that much detail, but like, all of the other parents in the story have at least had some kind of like they have at least had eyes, right? Like, even Shigeru's family had
it's
that.
also the aspect of like focusing, instead of on the parents' relationship with the kids, it's the brothers' relationship.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe they're gonna go into something more. Maybe like there's someone theorized in my chat, I don't know who it was, that they said that Rin's parents might be abusive. I didn't believe it, but Sai seems to be fine. Like,
because I believe that whole scene of like, hey Sai, can you come over here for a sec? Is mainly just the dad trying to talk to Sai about like the situation. It's not like I'm gonna beat them.
Yeah, pulls a Kaiser's father and just starts beating his ass. All the new Gen 11s had to be abused in some way.
I feel like that's misinterpreted. I feel like the father's actually
yeah, probably
right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's fine. And then Rin's overhearing his parents. Sai comes downstairs and he says, you want some ice cream? And Rin says, no thank you, I don't want any. And he says, hey, am I weird? And Sai's like, huh? And he says, well, you're my little brother, so. And then Rin says, do you think it's a bother for everyone if I'm around? And Sai says, what's that supposed to mean? He continues by saying, people often call me weird or annoying too. Are you unhappy that I am just as weird as you? And Rin says, really, if I'm the same as you, then it's okay if I'm weird. That's all. That's wholesome. That's so wholesome.
It is wholesome.
Then we see Sai say, Rin, are you watching that again? All of my friends are into it too. And he's practicing soccer, which I guess that kind of confirms that he was playing even younger than Rin was. Because like we saw him playing, but I don't know if he was like as young as he appears here.
Yeah, I don't think Sai is part of that team that he was in. Well, that they hinted back towards during the U20 match.
Yeah, at least not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says saying stuff like evolvement is so cool and he's fighting to protect the Earth. It's so childish. So Sai's even got the mature mindset as a child. Like he's like, yeah, it's so childish. Why would a child like that?
As the older brother, you kind of have to set a weird standard, even if you don't have to. They just are programmed to do.
Yeah, it's just like in any kind of manga, the older brother always sometimes, again, at least in presence of the little brother, have to act more mature. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. There's definitely some instances of that being different in anime, but just the most of the time it's like this. But Rin continued by saying, "No, I like the final boss monster. Look at it. This creature is trying to beat someone who is better than it is." And everyone's cheering on the superhero. And he says it's fighting for its life. Even if it's riddled with holes, or it has to self-destruct. It fights to defeat the hero. It's super cool. Right? So me too, even if I get hurt and beaten, one day, I want to fight someone amazing, destroy him, and die like that. Which, keep in mind, by the way, there hasn't been a lot of soccer in this chapter, if any at all, but like, the art is still really cool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, 8-Bit's definitely going to CGI this entire fight, but it's whatever, if they get to this point. But whatever. Rin says, "I see. My ego isn't just a destructive impulse. It's destruction at the cost of life. That's it. That's his true ego." And we see Rin enter his like true, like fully awakened flow state. He has the vortex eyes again. His tongue is just like, it's like fully out right now. He's basically the same as he was in the U20 match right here, just better. And he continues by saying, that's my true nature. And Kaiser runs in and says, "That's so fucking rude. You foul-mouthed, tongue-wagging monk." And we see Kaiser come to challenge Rin. Kaiser is using metavision, and they're about to match up. So like 2 or 3 chapters ago, we had Isagi versus Rin, and now we have Kaiser versus True Flow State Rin. So this is really interesting, in my opinion. Like,
I was gonna point out how Igaguri may take offense to that, Kaiser. Like, come on.
you think Kaiser cares if Igaguri takes offense?
My goat.
The absolute goat Igaguri. Like, okay, so the next chapter is called Rock, Paper, Scissors, right? So the next chapter is called Rock, Paper, Scissors. What do you think is going to happen in the next chapter?
Another lucky moment.
Another luck moment?
I mean, if Rock, Paper, Scissors has anything to say about it, it's probably going to be a moment based on chance.
I could see that. I think Isagi's gonna definitely like, cause like here's the thing, Isagi got his ass handed to him here, and then just like he disappears on the next panel.
Here's why I think.
Hold on, wait. Look at his face. You see on page 18? Look at his face. Look at Isagi. What the fuck is that face?
Yeah, well, he got his ass handed to him. I think Rock, Paper, Scissors actually refers to the 3 characters. Rock is Rin. Scissors is Isagi, and Paper's Kaiser.
How so?
Rock beats Scissors, so because right there he beat Isagi. Paper beats Rock, so we're going to see Kaiser beat Rin in his flow state. And Scissors beats Paper, as we've seen Isagi beat Kaiser on many occasions in this match.
Okay.
It's the wins over each other. They're sort of clashing, and I believe that Kaiser and Isagi are going to get each other's ways, and Rin's going to capitalize off that.
Yeah.
But in a true 1v1, Kaiser would win against Rin.
There's sorry, I got like a burp charging. I gotta try and get it out before I make Oh, there we go. All right, so here's what I want. Like, the one thing that comes to mind about Rock, Paper, Scissors was when they were in Team Z and like deciding who's playing what position. That's the only time Rock, Paper, Scissors that I can think of happened. I doubt it has something to do with that, but
it's just because like Rock represents that sort of destruction side, which is why I feel like Rin is the Rock.
Yeah.
Paper is definitely much more like much more. I'm not sure how to describe it fully because realistically, Rock Paper Scissors is such an interesting title to go after this.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe there is going to be like a three-way clash which Rin capitalizes off of in maybe a moment of luck or just because Paper and Scissors are still are going to be fighting and Rock actually takes the win.
I don't think there's going to be a situation where I think it's gonna be some kind of monologue from Isagi. He rushes in and says something like, because Dumbflame there has a really good thing. He says rock paper scissors could mean trying to predict your opponent's move, but in rock paper scissors it doesn't really work. I think Isagi's gonna rush in and be like, "This is a game of rock paper scissors. It's anyone's chance." Like,
yeah, and you can't exactly predict a chance at that sort of game.
Yeah.
You mind reading or trying to read the situation of rock paper scissors becomes like infinitely harder than to just do the action.
Yeah,
mind games doesn't exist in the game of rock paper scissors, I believe, unless you have the moment to actually talk. You just throwing out a rock paper or scissors hand would just mean that it's just down to a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah. I'm a little curious, like, what sucks is I would really like to see Gagamaru stop another shot, but it probably won't happen this game.
I think he could stop it for, before the third goal.
Hopefully. I would like to see him stop another, because we only really got to see him block Bado shot.
I feel like he's going to stop a Shido shot, right? He's already stopped it before. Like,
I don't think Shido's going to get another shot, though. I don't think Karasu and Santetsu would even be able to pull Kunigami off him.
How about he stops a Charles shot? Charles decides to just shoot.
I don't think he'd do that. Like, he knows the only reason he's there is to be a passer.
I'm playing the hypothetical, man. I'm trying to back you up.
No, I know. I'm just thinking
because
like
you're sounding like someone who doesn't believe in Gagamaru right now.
I do. I just don't think at this point, right? Like following this chapter, I don't think. The only way I could see is that if Rin shoots, Gagamaru performs some insane, like maybe another handstand block like he did, or something impressive, and the ball, like the deflection goes straight to Charles, and while Charles does have the option of shooting, he just instead decides, all right, try one more time, and just sends a perfect pass to Rin, which allows him to score. Like,
okay.
That's what I could see happening, but
Gagamaru comes out the goal, takes the ball, hits a strike, and scores the last goal.
100%. That's exactly what's happening.
He takes the ball off Ren.
Yeah,
and charges upfield.
I did want to bring this up though. So now we know of everything with like this backstory, right?
Yeah.
When it comes into conversation of the best new Gen 11, right?
Yeah.
I think we've kind of decided that we think Sai is the best of them, right?
Yeah.
But out of the new Gen 11, which of them is the better prodigy? Like, which of them is more of a prodigy as opposed to the rest of them?
In terms, so you mean potential?
In terms of just being a prodigy, which of them is, which of them fits that description best?
The word prodigy would mean the person in which has experienced the most potential gain.
Sure, yeah, and we'll go with that.
Because we say Nagi's a prodigy. Why do we think he's a prodigy? Because he has so much potential.
I think it was just because he's really, really good and hasn't been playing for a lot of time.
Yeah, potential.
Yeah, you just agree with me.
Yeah, it's either potential or talent. You can argue either one. We could just say a combination of the two. I'd say in terms of like developing on the field, Kaiser. But Sai has been doing this his whole life. I actually do believe Kaiser is probably like what I deem as a prodigy.
Yeah.
Because Sai has been doing this all of his life.
Oh yeah. Like Sai's been doing it since he was a kid.
And Sai hasn't been beat, assuming.
Yeah.
But in other cases, Lorenzo actually was an adult when he started, or close to an adult, let's say, when he started to play football. So
yeah, like
Maybe Lorenzo, honestly.
It's hard to say because Kaiser started when he was like 16, 17, and is now already on new like labeled as one of the best prodigy, like one of the best rookies in the world. Sai's been playing for a lot of time, but he was always super talented. But then you have Lorenzo, who was already an adult, but we don't know the time frame between Snuffy getting him and right now. So him and Kaiser could have been playing for the same amount of time.
Okay, so if let's do some fact gaining. How long does
although Lorenzo's got to be although Lorenzo has to be the same age as them, right? Like Lorenzo's got to be the same age. So it's like
20.
Yeah, so like how old is I don't think we have a confirmed age on Lorenzo.
To get gold teeth implants would take a process up to 6 months.
So remember because he probably didn't start playing until his teeth were already gold. Like,
so I would assume that he started at Snuffy found him at either 16 or 17, and he's currently like, what do you think, 18?
I'd assume so. I don't think he'd be younger than Kaiser. Like size what, 17, 18? 18?
If Kaiser is I believe Don Lorenzo would be older than Kaiser. I feel like there is a lot more maturity to Don Lorenzo, even if we label him as weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. I believe
we have his birthday.
Honestly believe Don Lorenzo started later than Kaiser, so that's probably up in the air.
Yeah. It's very... I don't know.
I believe Sai it doesn't get to be labeled as a prodigy in terms of like his talent / potential overall, because he's been doing it for so long, but Kaiser and Lorenzo are in the mix to win that title.
Got it. Do you think Sai is going to come back and play for Japan in the World Cup or no?
I hope so. That would be pretty cool. But then again, I feel like he's supposed to be the antagonist.
Yeah, I don't think he would. I feel like it's one of those things like, we don't really need Sai. Like, if we have Sai, what's the point of Hiyori? Like...
Yeah, it kind of brings a sort of irrelevancy to a character who's been built to being like a good midfielder.
Exactly. Like, we don't need Hiyori if Sai's playing. Yeah. Realistically, I made the argument. I don't think we need Cheeto. Like,
we don't need Cheeto. You can put him with Sai, and it'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna throw out a character right now from BLUELOCK. You tell me if you think they're overrated or underrated or fairly rated. Right?
Oh yeah, we're doing this shit.
Oh yeah, we are. Because I'm making a whole video about Karasu being overrated as fuck. It's currly in the process of being made right now.
It's gonna be your most disliked video, man.
Oh, I don't care. I have points to prove it. I'll tell you the exact process I went through. I went through the entire manga and went chapter by chapter to find exactly every single time Karasu has been on panel doing something.
Okay.
I went through the light novels. I went through the episode Nagi side story. I went through the main storyline. I've gone through the Egoist Bible. I have every feat that he's done during a game, or has been like regarded as. Like Hiyori said that Karasu, using his arms and his incredible ball control, he essentially has no weaknesses, as from Hiyori, at least from when they were before BLUELOCK. Going in, he was ranked 3rd in terms of plays in the second selection, and then you have episode Nagi feats, U20 feats, 3rd selection, and NEL feats. I've gone through all of that.
Yeah.
I went and used the argument that guy tried to use against me. I debunked all of them. Like, I went through the comments of my post and went through and proved my point against those. But Karasu is most definitely an overrated character. He's so overrated, and you'll see why in that video, but we're not talking about Karasu right now. We're gonna go with... Okay, we're gonna go with Ryo.
Ryo? I don't know, because he's not overhyped like Nagi. I believe he's perfectly rated.
Any reason
Yeah.
for it?
It's purely because he doesn't have the hype surrounding him as much as Nagi. He's definitely good at what he does, and has proven it.
Yeah.
So
I think he's underrated personally. I think he's not a lot, but I think he's a little underrated.
I say he's perfectly rated because he's not being a striker. If
No,
he was
of
being
course
a
not.
striker, he would be underrated.
But that's rating in terms of being a striker. This is like talking about just
Yeah, but this is a show
player-
about being the best striker. So therefore, I'm gonna base it off being a striker.
At this point, it's not even about that. It's about fucking kaiju fighting, or some shit.
Power Rangers.
It's
Nah,
backstory lock.
I think Reo, for what he does, what he's capable of, is perfectly rated. He would be underrated if he was within that striker position and actually aspired to be the best striker.
I think when we get to see him in the Barja game, if his plan works and they win the game, he's definitely leading towards the more underrated.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things. He needs more. We need to see more of his chameleon. Like, we've seen 3 instances, third selection U20 NEL.
Yeah, we ain't seeing much shit from him basically. Where he's kind of sitting on his hands.
Do you think his metavision is a copied technique, or do you think he just naturally unlocked metavision on his own?
I believe I believe it was a replication, but then he sort of developed it in his own right, because I believe that certain people can access metavision through of course what type of person they are, and I believe Reo is much more of that sort of midfield in relation to Sai, because we believe like Sai has metavision. I believe Reo is probably within that same field, same as Hiyori.
Yeah. What do you think his plan is? Like,
To pull down his trousers and start wagging his dick about.
wagging on the field, copy technique of master ejaculation, Shido style. Just starts busting everywhere on the field.
His master plan is to. If it's just him and Nagi, there's probably going to be like a switch up where Nagi actually assists Reo for a goal.
I was thinking the same thing, bro.
Yeah. That's going to be hella unpredictable. And that just means that they're more even in terms of like or equals in terms of who is more likely to get a goal opportunity. Therefore making it so much harder to counter.
You know what I think would be really cool? I don't think it'll happen, but you know what I think would be really, really cool?
What?
Personally, I think if he copied Kaiser, the Kaiser impact, not in the term of a shot, but in the term of a pass. We've seen him send shot-like passes before, but if he's even able to replicate Kaiser's impact swing speed to 99%, and make it a pass to where he can send kind of like how he's been doing with Nagi.
You mean like an ignite pass from Kuroko?
Exactly like an ignite pass, but like Nagi's on the complete opposite side of the field, sends that shot directly across so no one's really marking him. Free open shot. It's definitely not gonna be like 100% possible, but I would love to see him replicate some kind of faster pass. Like a shot, like a faster shot, like pass.
Like stuff from the professionals, because he has replicated Sai before.
Yeah,
so it's definitely possible.
Like he replicated Sai. He replicated the Travella shot. Like, there's. Hold up! What do you mean my takes are bad? What are some of my takes, huh? What are my takes that are bad, huh?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Come on, bro.
Hands on head, mouth open.
What?
That's
but
the
like,
face.
Exactly. All right. So they said, TDA said, you know who's overrated? Gagamaru. He has let 8 goals through in 4 matches. Not very good at all. What do you think about that?
Go tomorrow. Don't slander my boy.
First of all, it's 7 because no one scored this game. Like, get your numbers right. All right. Second of all, he can't block everything. Actually, no.
Okay.
He's only played 3 games.
In terms of goalkeepers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, didn't play the first match. He only got in the Manchester City match and onwards, so therefore he is let 5 goals in. Second off, he is the best goalkeeper, just the best. And also, third of all, fourth of all, he's got that amazing flexibility. What does that arch do? For real?
U20 match. Okay. That's something.
Oh, if you can. Okay, the U20 match. Yeah. So we definitely 8 there. Yeah. But he's made some awesome saves. Remember that he saved a Burū shot. You remember that.
Here's the thing: you can't say he's overrated because there's no other goalkeepers that can compare to him because he's the best one there is. Like, who are you going to compare him to? The fucking Fukaku, the Bartra goalkeeper. Like, you can't say he's overrated because who would not be overrated?
Yeah, we're not overrating him in terms of his striking ability because the last time he played as a striker that we've seen was during the first selection.
Like, or I guess third selection, kind of, but he didn't really. He was more playing defense, I guess, because he intercepted the pass to Shido. But you're trying to say he's overrated when you have no one to compare him to in terms of fairly rated. Like, who's fairly rated then? Who's underrated? Nobody. Nobody's.
Are you?
Audio got a clutch save, but like he's not overrated because you can't say there's another fairly rated one. But like, I don't know. That's the point I'm making there because there's no one.
We're surprised he has a salary. He's literally the best goalkeeper.
Yeah, like what has Fukaku? You want to say overrated? Fukaku is on the board.
Fukaku's on the literally board. Within the top 21 players, right?
He is, but here's the thing: he hasn't blocked a single shot in the entire thing. Like, in the entire series, he hasn't blocked a single shot. The shots that you want to say he blocked were either not going in to begin with or had another player intervene. Like, the shot that Rin tried to replicate of Sai, it already wasn't going in. And the shot that his flow state shot in the U20 match that Aiku and Shido tried to stop him from doing, Aiku got a touch on that, which is what made it go out. He hasn't blocked a single shot in the entire story, and he's above Nanase, who's been assisting Rin on PXG since he's gotten played. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a guy who hasn't done the one thing he's supposed to do on goalkeep should be lower than the person who's been assisting a player who scored, I think, the most goals in the NEL. Or at least, tied with Bato, right?
I gotta throw this out there. If the equivalent of, scoring goals is worth such and such, then saving goals should be, a factor in which we should consider. Gagamaru right now is in 18th on the rankings.
Yeah.
With a bid of 32 million. I believe that's very fair, especially considering Fukaku's somehow 4 million behind at 28 million.
You want to say he's saved in the Manshine match? He is not blocking a 44 Panther snipe. No way he's blocking a 44 Panther snipe.
Yeah, bro.
The 44 Panther snipe hits the top corner every time he shoots.
You know what? I'm surprised that Fukaku's on this board at all. I know they need a sub goalkeeper, but what the fuck is this man been doing?
Watch, Gagamaru is gonna get injured, and they're gonna sub him in the World Cup. He's gonna awaken these fucking what Inazuma 11 style big ass hands and just block everything.
Yeah, because by the way, right now we have Raichi in 23rd, Hiyori at 22nd, Zentetsu at 20th, tied with Tokimitsu, and then above them is Fukaku.
Doesn't make any sense. By the way, again, if we're talking saving goals, Sendo's been a better goalie. Sendo has blocked more shots than a goalkeeper has. I don't know, man.
Well, anyway.
It's wild. All right. Let me throw
my boy. No disrespect for my
No,
boy.
don't disrespect Gotamaru like that. I'm trying to think. Okay, Atoya.
Atoya. Is Atoya more rated than Karasu, or?
Oh, I think he's just as overrated.
Yeah, I would say overrated purely because like he hasn't done shit. Just
Well,
but the thing is, we haven't even seen him do shit. He was subbed off during the U20 match.
yeah, if you get subbed off, he got subbed off for non-injury reasons.
Yeah, he got subbed off because he was just doing ass. They could have picked someone else to sub off, like Yukimiya. No, he got subbed off for Burū.
Yeah. Atoya isn't underrated, and I don't think he's really overrated. I think he's fairly rated just because he's not good. I think it's fair to say that he's just not good.
If he's just as popular as Karasu, like in terms of like, oh, I praise to the top 6 of the 3rd selection, then I'm gonna say he's overrated. But if he's just praised for the fact that he has good riz, then I'll say perfectly rated.
Any character with just a decent level of vision, Atoya is useless. Like,
yeah, sneaking
as long as you know what he can do. As long as you know what he can do.
Sneaking past opponents becomes completely useless when people are actually paying attention.
You can't say he linked up with the unreadable adult Bachata. He's not unreadable to his teammates.
I don't think Atoya scored like more than 1 goal.
Atoya hasn't scored at all.
Yeah, okay, well there we go. Bachata's been carrying.
Atoya, I don't even think has gotten an assist. Like, they said that Atoya and Bachata assisted Lavinho, or Lavinho, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
This is also kind of mad. If we were to argue with the fact that like Karasu's done more than Atoya,
he has.
Atoya's 10th with 42 million. Karasu is 15th,
which that doesn't make a fucking lick of sense.
We should swap at least.
How is Atoya above Nagi, or are they tied?
How is Sendo lower than Atoya? What? My boy.
Sendo has done more. Like, Atoya...
Yukimiya's done more. What the fuck is Yukimiya doing down there?
The only thing that Atoya has is decent speed and blind spot extortion. But with players like Isagi, for one, blind spot extortion doesn't work on him anymore. And Durai was able to stop him. The tatted Buddha dude was able to stop him.
Well, now I don't think that'll be as. I feel like Atoya's improved, but he's definitely not shown anything.
What is he shown that? How is he shown to have improved though? All he did was receive a pass from Bachata and send it back.
He's using his weapon to assist Bachata as he should.
He assisted in pass emergency. I don't think he did. I don't think he assisted Bachata.
Oh, he did. I think.
Bachata scored, but I don't think he assisted him.
I don't think it was like a assist and immediately to a goal. I think it was an assist where Bachata just started dribbling past people.
No, okay, he did. He did assist him, but it was more like he just literally tapped the ball 1 touch into the air, and Bachata just jumped for it.
Yeah, Bachata just making worth of whatever the fuck.
But no, he didn't score against. He didn't score against PXG.
I honestly think he doesn't deserve this high of a bid.
Oh hell no!
I think Yukimiya should be 10th. I think Karasu should be 14, and Atoya should be 15. Yukimiya should be 10 because Yukimiya has actually scored a goal.
Yeah, even though Lavino came on together with Atoya and Bachata, helped Bachata draw level. So we don't know if Atoya assisted anyone from there.
We don't even know if he scored, and I don't think he did.
Yeah, here are the rankings. The fact that Atoya is worth more than Nagi makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I believe. What,
do you have a website to read the official translations?
Are we thinking Nagi's only scored 1 goal during the NEL?
100%.
Yeah,
but that goal is still the best goal in the NEL by far.
I guess the value just goes down because he's playing a kind of shit at the moment.
Yeah. I think they just overhyped him. What website do I use? I use PO2. I use BLUELOCK Manganya, and I use Ragnarok scanlations for stuff. What website do you have that has the actual official translations that I can read? And if it said he did score, what chapter did it say he scored?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's what they're saying that he did. They're saying he did score. Manga. See, all right, hold up. I'm turning off the screen capture real quick. I'm pulling this up. If it pulls out, I'll turn it back on.
We can, if we confirm that Atoya scored, then yeah, he deserves.
I still hate him.
And deserves the bid, but it doesn't take away from the fact that we think he's kind of overrated.
You said manga. See, I'm looking at it right now. I'm pulling it up. Where's BLUELOCK?
It's got to be evident in a panel. It can't just be said.
I need proof. I need physical proof.
It needs to be said in a panel. It can't just be oh yeah, Atoya scored in an interview.
What chapter was it? 240. I think 245 is where he. This is Manshine. Okay, yeah, these are the official translations. Can I go to the next? Skip all the way to the end. Okay. So Lavenho joined the game and Atoya and Bachata both scored. So Lavenho assisted both, which that doesn't make sense at all to me, considering what Lavenho was like. Like I will say he did score because it says they both managed to score, but it doesn't make sense why he assisted them.
In the Ubers game, or PXG game, or whatever. In what game?
Against PXG.
Okay. So in that game, Atoya managed to get a goal plus Bachata without Lavinho coming on the field?
No, with him on the field.
Weird. Because Lavinho would just go in for himself, I would assume.
Yeah.
Unless this was during the third goal and Loki came on the field. And Loki
he came on the field, which is what let them tie it up, because they were 2-0, and then he came on the field, they both scored, and then Shido scored the winning game.
Weird.
I don't think Loki's been subbed on the field one time.
I don't think it makes sense for him to be, because the PXG has been fairly dominant.
I don't know.
Well, in any case, I still think Atoya is overrated.
I agree. I don't think... I really don't know why people think he's that good. Same with Karasu when they haven't done much. Like, Atoya scoring a goal is more than Karasu has done.
We've visibly seen, Yukimiya do well. And it's funny how Yukimiya's done stuff on panel, and people don't, regard him as highly as Atoya or Karasu.
That's one thing, though, is that I don't kind of agree with, is that Yukimiya was called the one-on-one emperor. He got stopped by Reo in a one-on-one.
Nah, that was just them chatting out their ass.
No, legitimately, he got his ass kicked in a one-on-one versus Reo. Yeah. Reo stole the ball back from him, which doesn't make sense. But he was able to get through, 6 people.
First he's not him. That's just all.
Yeah. All right. Right now, throw out hot takes. Go, 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 go.
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 Keep Raven on the stream. Keep him entertained.
Keep him here. Keep him here. Lock him up. Handcuff him. Handcuff him. Fluffy handcuffs? Maybe. Okay.
What?
Yeah, okay, so Manshine Rin was considered to be Destroyer Rin. If you go to the wiki, it says that he entered its flow state against Manshine City.
Accessing flow state at will,
Yeah, I'll pull it up here. Itoshi Rin.
It's all confirmed that you can just access flow at will.
Flow state. Yeah. Though his most impressive feat was entering flow during the Paris X-Gens game against Manchad City, taking control of the field and directly scoring a hat trick by his lonesome.
What a boy!
So he did enter flow against Manchad City. So Nagi lost to Florine.
Big up my boy.
Loki is currently the worst master. That's bullshit. That is so wild.
The worst master?
Lavenho. No, Noah.
I think Noah.
Noah doesn't teach. Lavenho at least gives advice to people who want to ask. Noah only favors Isagi.
Well, yeah. Noah's only given advice to Isagi. Lavinho is given advice to Butcher, as we've seen, but I've also believed like his ideology actually works better for his team in helping them improve. Noah's only considered good because of what Kaiser's done. You know, Kaiser's impact. Check out my channel video for that one.
Yeah. Like
Kaiser's fucking much better mentor than Noah, unintentionally.
No one else fits the ideology of Bastard more than Isagi. Like Yukimiya doesn't, Hiyori really doesn't, Corona doesn't, Raichi doesn't, Gagamaru doesn't. Like
the only time Isagi didn't fit that ideology was when he wanted Hiyori on the field.
Yeah, and even then he was like, okay, my favorite child.
He proved Noah wrong. So, and then the team was starting to form around Isagi.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Isagi is better than Chigiri.
No.
Depends. In what aspects?
I really just think like Chigiri just outmatches because of his physical specs. His physical specs can not be outmatched by metavision alone.
Yeah. Like, if you put current Chigiri against current Isagi, I would like to see that. It also depends on who has the ball. If Chigiri has the ball, Isagi is not stopping him alone.
Yeah, and I feel like Chigiri has a better chance at stopping Isagi than the other way around.
Yeah, especially just because we've seen how good Chigiri's speed is used on defense. Yeah. Like, the only reason Isagi was able to compete against Rin in the second selection was because Chigiri was pressing Bachira, or just pressing the ball carrier.
Carried that game, man.
He pressured the ball carrier. Chigiri should have been in the top 6. He should have been.
He should have been, but he wasn't.
He scored the majority of the goals in the 3v3 match, did he not?
Yes, he scored 2.
He scored 2 of the goals. He scored 2 of the goals.
2 against Nagi, Burū, and Isagi. 2 of the goals against those 3 fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just been impactful. I don't understand why he's not rated higher.
No, like I think. Do you think he should have been rated above Bachira? Like Bachira was number 7. Do you think
Bachira didn't do shit? Oh, what the fuck!
Bachira played 2 games.
Just because he just started dribbling past people, and then Ego was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that doesn't. How does the calculations work? Because like. Green had an average of 2.5 goals per game.
Bachira got 1 goal, and that was from like a very clean assist from Rin.
Like, yeah, what? He like.
Huh?
I don't know. It's very weird because I feel like Chigiri's second selection would have been better than Bachira. The only way that I could see is just the awakening, I guess, allowed for Bachira to 1v4 basically.
Well, not even 1v4. It was 1v3, and then Isagi blocked his shot.
Well, because he nutmegged Isagi off the rip, and then got pressured by Chigiri, nutmegged him, then nutmegged Burū, and then they all rushed him. He got past them. Nagi tried to stop him. Did some fucking massive ass spin.
We could argue that was a 1v1 and then a 1v3, and then he lost against Isagi in the 1-on-1 again.
Do you think it's Cat God says it's because he assisted in the World 5 match? Do you think it's because he got past Cavazos?
Maybe. I mean, if it was based off that, I want to know how well people like Nagi, Karasu, Atoya, and Yukimiya did. Because we know Shida was the only other person to score, right?
Yeah. I want to know, like... What I really want to know is... I want
to say it now!
I want to have one off chapter. Like, you know how, like, at the end of the manga volumes, they'll always have some kind of, like, extra bit at the end? Or something?
Yeah.
Like, they had one of, like, Henri's schedule for working at Blue Lock. I want to know his ranking system. I wanted to know how he ranked the Blue Lockers after the second selection. Like, he obviously said 2.5 goals, but I want to know what was his personal criteria.
Ego's kind of just, biased towards certain players, I guess.
Well, obviously, like, he did say apparently, I didn't know this from the light novel. He chose Isagi. I thought it was just like I heard the thing of him choosing Isagi, but I always thought it was because of Noah. But it was because he specifically said just invite the one kid who passed, even though Henri was like, nah, fuck that kid. But he also specifically invited Chigiri and Gagamaru as well.
Yeah,
so if it was biased, why?
I have the actual panel of like Noah mentioning, no wonder why he picked you, referring to Ego.
Oh, playmaking Manshine Nagi pre-Ego death versus Uber's match Bato. Are we talking Uber's match Bato after taking over Uber's or prior to taking over Uber's? Because those are two different people. Better question. Against that, if it was motivated Nagi and Reo Manshine City,
okay,
do you think Reo would have been able to take the role of Isagi in shutting down pre-usurping Bara? Like,
maybe.
Before, like how Isagi continued to stop Bato when he was following some of his plans, do you think Reo would be able to see that and kind of shut him down as well?
Maybe. I'm going to hit that with a fat maybe. Fuck. Because I can't be sure, right? You can't be sure about these things. But it's definitely interesting to think about.
What's your favorite goal then?
My favorite goal?
Yeah, because people are talking about like their like Uber's Bato, his double nutmeg goal is underrated. What's your favorite goal? Your personal, like, out of all the goals that have been scored in the series, what is your favorite goal?
Maybe. Well, here's the thing. My bias will come into play, but I guess.
Well, it's a biased question. Which one do you like? Which goal do you like the best? It's not about like.
No, it's because there is two kinds of goals in which I like. I like the sort of the style of one goal, and of course, and then I like the goal based on a character.
Mm-hmm.
Which do I go for?
Do both.
Okay. Well, my favorite goal is the turning volley shots that Nagi did in the first selection, based on based on the fact that he's my favorite character.
Which turning volley? The fourth goal they scored, like Nagi's his third goal.
His awakening goal.
Got it.
His turning volley shot, and I'd say my favorite goal, like stylistically, was Baru's second goal against the Bastard.
The double nutmeg.
Yeah, I would say so.
For me, I stand by this. My favorite goal in the series is Isagi's first direct shot, and I'll explain. Other goals are really, really good. But when watching the Blue Lock anime for the first time, having no knowledge of Blue Lock, no spoilers, seeing that scene happen, not knowing what the fuck was going on, and then just seeing Bachata go past Gagamaru and land right at Isagi, and having no knowledge of this ever going to happen as a first-time enjoyer of the series, that was so fucking hype for me. Another one that was my favorite was Chigiri's Awakening. For some reason, I had watched the opening, I had watched the entire episode, and for some reason, I could not figure out that his weapon was speed. Even when he specifically said he was a fast runner, I never caught it. I have no idea why I never caught it.
Bro,
so when he just started, when he just started sprinting down the field, when he's caught up to Kawan and said, "Fucking move it," stole the ball, passed to himself, and scored that goal, dude, that was so fucking hype for me.
I guess, what was the most like unexpected goal in your opinion?
Unexpected.
Would you say it's the Isagi's first direct shot, or do you think like it's different based on what's happened in the manga?
I'll say this: my first, aside from that goal, because that goal will always be my favorite, right? When it comes to goals that were unexpected for me, there's good unexpected and bad unexpected. Bad unexpected, I thought Shido's first goal against Bastard was way too quick, I guess, would be. I didn't see it coming, but I didn't see it coming in a bad way. Like, it just seemed like it happened too quick. The whole thing of, like, Karasu bypassing metavision didn't make sense to me. How they couldn't predict Charles, even though they were, like, 100% flow state metavision locked in, scanning the whole field, and they just didn't consider that. Doesn't make sense to me. Nagi's jumping turn goal in the U20 match was really good. That one really got me.
True.
But I think what got it, I think the best goal, manga goal in my opinion, it's underrated. Yukimiya's sword screw. I read that shit in school, in math class. I was so fucking hyped. I read through the entire Manshan City match in my math class. Yeah. Like, and ending as the class ended, seeing that goal made me fucking, like, so hyped up. Because not only did we get the sword screw goal, but we got the fucking feel to be the clown in my story moment from Isagi. Oh, that was so good, bro.
I'd say I expected that Yukimiya goal, so I guess I wasn't like as hyped for it. But what I didn't expect was Isagi off the rip scoring that first goal in the Ubers match.
That was a good one.
That was just off the rip because he was just like, he was going for that sort of always Isagi thing where he's actually doing really well and he just gets cucked at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But then he deals with Ness and he's just like, it's like, you fucking wish, and he scores with his left foot.
Yeah.
That was hype to me. I looked at that, I was like, whoa, what the fuck did that come from?
That was really intense to me. Another one that was... Okay, so this question I want to bring up, it's off topic from the goals, but it's a really good question, and I really think it's good. Should Nagi lean more on his instincts like Shido, or be more logical like Isagi?
You should be more logical because instincts have been proven to be very flow directive. Unless you're in flow, it doesn't benefit you as much. Because flow is an advancement of your physical capabilities. Think of like 100% being like your awakened eyes, your ego eyes, and past that 100% limit is your flow state to go in like pure zen. I believe your instincts for a goal are only upped by your physical capabilities going up and beyond. Shido was able to react purely by instinct from Sei's pass because he entered flow, because his physical capabilities went upwards because of the fact that he was in flow.
I'm more on the other side, right? I'm more leaning towards Nagi should just do whatever. Like, trust his instincts, shouldn't think too much. Because we've already shown how kind of bad he is when it comes to thinking. Like...
Well, I honestly believe he's doing less of an instinct in the episode Nagi manga, and he's actually doing much better with his more logical thinking.
I disagree. I think he's doing more instinct. Like, the only... Like, you could say he's thinking, but he's more just doing stuff as he's just doing it. Like, he's thinking he wants to beat them and he wants to, like, how he's going to beat them, but he doesn't think about when he's, like, playing itself, if that makes sense. Like, his goals that, like, where he used Haragi as a clutch the same way that Haragi used him, he didn't plan that. He just did it. Like, he wanted to beat Haragi, but he just did it. He instinctually just put his hand on him, recreated the same thing. And then, like, with his jumping turn trap shot, which was kind of like he was inspired by that goal, which, yeah, he was training for it, but when using it in a match, he's not like thinking, all right, I need to set up a way to do this. He's just doing it. He's like, all right, this is the opportune moment, I'm just gonna go for it. Like, he's just instinctually, all right, this is it. It's a little bit of a mix of both. It's honestly
what you're thinking right now is the instinct of making a sudden strike in comparison to what Nagi has done in terms of, like, you've seen Nagi work with Isagi to be that extra piece to boost his physicality. He made that logic up to then beat Rin in a one-on-one situation.
Mm-hmm.
That was like his peak. That was his peak level of logic, working with Isagi on a logic basis. Yes, he may have had to try a little bit harder to achieve it, but it succeeded, and he beat Rin. So that was during the second selection.
That's another thing with Nagi, though. Like, the episode Nagi story is kind of not ruining his character, but it's putting him in a very big hole. Like, we saw how he reacted when Isagi left. He's like, I'm not going to lose to you again, right? And now we're seeing him kind of developing this understanding and his thought process and all of this shit. But when we see him in the U20 match, he's basically the same as when he left. Like, as when Isagi left. So, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to erase all this progress?
We can assume the World 5 match.
Who do you think is gonna do it? I think Luna. I think Luna's the only person who would do it.
I feel like Luna psychologically is the only one that can probably break down people. I don't think Loki's that type of person, and I don't think the rest care enough.
No. Like, Cavazos just wanted to go to fucking Harajuku. Blake wanted to just see some hot chicks. And Silva just wanted to make money. Like, that's the whole reason they were there.
Some extra grow.
What was Loki's motivation? Like, we know women, sightseeing, money. Luna, I think, went to crush Rin because of Sai. Or something.
No, he was just there to degrade Rin.
But, like, what was Loki's motivation for being there? Like, what was his reason for, like, alright, sure, why not?
He didn't have a motivation because he was mostly silent.
In the anime, he was. In the manga, he was talking a lot. Like, in the manga, he was talking to Isagi, apologizing for Luna being a dickhead.
Yeah.
And Loki was talking more in the manga.
I guess I'll just come down to say, like, Loki wanted to be there to see what Blue Lock had to offer.
Mm-hmm.
So actually there for the purpose of Blue Lock instead of the purpose of just his own benefit.
You think if Rin scores a goal, we're going to get a small snippet of Sai watching the NEL?
I'd hope so.
Like, we're getting Sai in backstory, but I want to see Sai now.
It still counts, guys. If you were missing Sai, you could see Sai as a baby.
Yeah, but don't simp for him like you do. Don't tell Shido though. Don't tell Shido. Don't let him know, bro.
I don't think Shido's a predator.
His favorite manga is Chainsaw Man, bro. Whole thing is just a predator and a teenager. That's the whole point of Chainsaw Man.
Predator? That's the thing.
I don't know, man. We'll have to find out.
Okay,
I mean,
here's the real question then: is Gojo a predator?
Yo mama.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know, man.
You see, if he likes your mama, then
he just found a random child on the street and said, "Come home with me," and then he did, and then taught him jujutsu, and then let him get taken over by Sukuna. So,
Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie? If you spread your legs wide, people think that you're a loose guy. That's one of the fucking lines Luna said. You think he's gonna do the same thing to Nagi?
If you spread your legs wide, people might think you're a loose guy.
He just fucking cooked his ass. Alright, here's one more thing we can talk about before the stream ends. You saw the episode Nagi movie.
Penis.
Accurate description. Alright, that's all.
Here's the thing, right? If I went into it thinking like, okay, I should take in mind that this is like going to be a recap movie. Okay. All right, 3, 2, 1. Average recap.
Like,
average recap, bad movie.
it was not it, bro. I gotta show you the panel you sent me. Right?
The panel, you mean the screenshot?
Sorry, yeah, the
I'm that amazing line.
I'm gonna yeah, that was not. This is the panel. This is what the panel should have looked like. That was the panel.
No. They did exactly how I imagined.
Yeah, when I told you it looked like a giant blue piece of shit on my screen.
No. It looks amazing. Look at that. It looks exactly alike.
Well, I gotta try and
the issue with it is the fact that there is no details. It is literally just how can we make a cloud look like it has a mouth?
Here we go. This is on screen. This is the comparison of the two. I gotta enlarge this thing now. Just like boop. There we go. So this is the best you're gonna get right now. So this is the panel up top. Bato is like launching through his teammates to score a goal here. And on the bottom, that's the movie. Like, You can't even tell he headbutt the ball, for one. Like,
no, his lion headbutted the ball.
yeah, sorry, but like, you can't tell. I don't know.
Honestly, the best animated scene of all time. It's up there with like Rengoku getting stabbed and shit.
Dude, Rengoku getting stabbed wasn't even sad. It wasn't.
I don't know about you. I cried more when Krillin died.
I cried. What did I cry more from? I think I cried more from a ship dying in One Piece than I did from Rengoku's death.
I cried more when Luffy went Gear 5 because that meant shit. I don't know.
The episode Nagi movie was bad in comparison to its source material. If you watched it having no knowledge of the manga, and I guess it's fine. It's like a 5 in that sense.
I've given the perfect review. It's an average recap and a bad movie.
Yeah, the movie is a bad adaptation. That's the best way to word it. When it comes out on by the way, when it comes out like to rewatch on streaming services and stuff, if I get fucking pirated or whatever, I'm gonna give it a rewatch and I'll re-review it. I'll go through and I'll show
more
clips
views,
more views, farming my most viewed video, milking that shit dry. But yeah, so here's the thing. I'm making a new series. I talked about this earlier about Karasu, overrated or underrated, where I'm going to be talking about characters being overrated or underrated. If you have characters you want me to make a whole video on debating whether they're overrated or underrated, leave a comment on the latest post about this stream, and I'll use that as reference for the videos. But I got nothing else for the stream. You got anything else, Raven?
Just saying, if you don't think that line looks good, you can fuck off.
Animate it yourself. I probably could have animated it better myself.
You could probably do that. You could probably do the coloring so much better because it's just literally like blue.
Not even that. It wasn't even like an animated shot. It was just a still frame with Bado's lion moving in the background, just like glitching. Like
in me when I bug out.
Like that. Yeah. Like, when is episode 9 releasing digitally? I have no idea. JJK movie came out in March. It came out digitally in like June, so maybe like when season 2 comes out, it'll be available to watch.
Yeah, sorry guys if you can't watch it. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can probably find it illegally on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not condoning you watching stuff illegally. Just
yes,
saying.
you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Hold up.
If you keep saying that, you'll get banned.
I'm not saying you should do it. I'm saying
yeah, but I'm on your stream.
Shh. I'm gonna look it up right now on and see if it's out yet. I'll look it up right now.
Fucking ball torture.
Where?
I don't know. In my pants.
Nice.
Who's coming? Let me see. Let me see. He who comes.
Who is coming? Who is coming? I need to know.
Let me see it.
BLUELOCK. No, so it hasn't come out on like.
How can I watch season 2? It comes out on Crunchyroll October 6th. Am I wrong? BLUELOCK season 2 release.
Yo, if you guys want to, if you want to watch the episode Nagi full movie, you can go to the universityofarizona.edu and watch it there.
Hell yeah. By the way, season 2 of BLUELOCK comes out October 5th on Crunchyroll.
Which I think is a Saturday, I believe. So BLUELOCK Saturdays are back.
It's a Saturday. Basically, every Saturday you'll get a video. So that means we're going to be uploading on the Sunday. Yeah.
Girlfriend's birthday is the day before, so I'm going to have to abandon her on her birthday to prep for this. Got to get my room set up.
No. You got to force her to watch the first episode of BLUELOCK.
Oh, I made her watch the entire first season.
And then the movie, and then you're just like after the movie, like, oh.
I hyped up the movie so much in the car to her on the way there because I was telling her about the manga. Like, I'm so hyped for this movie, and when we got out of the movie, I'm like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck?
Did your girlfriend like it or no?
She found it alright. But, like, we were both disappointed with the Bato match. Very disappointed with the Bato match. Because Bato and Nagi have such a good rivalry. And I would just love to see... I wanted to see it adapted well. And it just wasn't. It wasn't. They showed 1 goal each when there was, like, 7 goals scored in that match. Like...
Well, I can officially say that... Boo-hoo of Crimea River.
Womp womp.
I'm be honest, like... I don't think anime movies should be about unless they are like originally originating movies, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball pull it off actually. You know what? Dragon Ball only get permission.
Yeah. The episode Nagi movie isn't out yet. I watched it in theaters. Why do people ask where can I watch it? It's been like hasn't it been confirmed to be releasing worldwide in theaters? Like
where can you watch it? In theaters. Look. I've answered
like they've been advertising for weeks. But oh, by the way, we have a Discord. We have a Discord server. We've recently we spiked up, by the way. Like we were at like what, like 30, and now we're at like almost 60 people in the Discord right now.
Thanks to you.
It's all thanks to you guys. Would do better, get more people in.
Try, please.
Yeah, we're sitting at 59 members. If you want to join, the link is in the description of this stream. You go there, join, talk to us. I've added a couple channels without Raven knowing. I added a BLUELOCK art one, just that way people can post their art and such, and debating, so people can debate BLUELOCK and stuff. Yada yada. But yeah, if you guys want to go join that, you can. Go sub to Raven because his content's alright. It's alright. I could do better. No, he's got really good content.
Do that Kaiser video now.
I'll do it. I'll do it right now. Hold up.
Spend just as long as I did.
Karasu video's on hold. I'm going to.
Bro, it's going to take this guy a month because he procrastinates a lot.
I don't procrastinate. I get at least 1 video done a week.
And yet you could do more because you're not doing anything.
I could. But I was gonna say something else. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Hey guys, be sure to
yeah,
get this video to like 5 likes and. Ooh.
Yeah, but go check out Raven's content. He's got some really good stuff. They wanted to ask if you were doing an alignment video, a master's alignment video.
Oh, I will do. I'm taking the break because the last big alignment video I did was of course on PXG, and I feel like interest fell off a bit. So I'm gonna build up a majority audience and then revisit it.
Yeah.
The master's alignment video will happen at some point. Don't worry.
Yeah. Remember when everyone said that the U20 match should have been a movie? That was such a stupid take. How are they going to put 36 chapters in a movie? By the way, it's like 50 chapters. It's like 49, I think.
Yeah, I should point this out. If they were like thinking of making the U20 match into a movie, that movie
would have had to have been 3 hours, like endgame level length.
The movie would have to either be 3 hours, or they just don't.
It would have had to been 4 hours. The first season paced each episode to around 4 chapters an episode. If the U20 match had, I think, like 59 chapters, it would have had to have been like 12 to 15 episodes worth of content, which means that would have been like 4 hours. So a 4-hour movie.
I will personally make the U20 match into a movie myself.
I will personally go through and find every single animated manga animation. I'll use AI to recreate their voices. We're going in. Nah, but I don't think. I always thought the U20 being a movie was so dumb. It was never gonna be like that. The pacing would have been so shit. For 7 goals scored in an average of hour and a half. How long between this stuff happening? And where would the movie even have started?
25 minutes.
Where would the movie even have started? Because they would have had to go through the third selection still.
The movie would have to start after the third selection, where Ego is like picking players to represent on the starting lineup of the team, and then of course like cutting to the managers and Shido fucking decking Sendo on a table.
Yeah. But hopefully we're gonna get a full trailer very soon on, you know.
Bet we better make a video about it. Yeah.
I will. That, by the way, that video I posted on Friday, I made that in 8 hours. I did not go to sleep until it was done. I watched the trailer, wrote my script, recorded audio, edited the video, and I uploaded it to YouTube at like 8 o'clock for it to be posted at 10 a.m. Like,
you can tell my video took longer because of the editing. That video could have came out like on the Friday as well, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my time to edit this a little bit more.
I felt like that was a little bit of a target and wrong. You know, you could tell it. He did it in 8 hours. You could really talk about my video. My video, yeah. I took the time.
Yeah, but I know when you take the time in your videos, they're really good. So.
No, yeah, but yeah. Go sub to Raven.
Go sub to Arrow.
Hopefully next week we'll have another chapter stream. However, afterwards, I think it's going to be on an official manga break. So the manga.
We'll cry ourselves to sleep and do something else.
We might do maybe we could even do an overrated or underrated or fairly rated stream.
Let's grab someone. Let's grab someone from the depths.
Or we could do another a stream of predictions for values at the end of the NEL.
Yeah, we could do.
Since I did a video on that, and it's been so long since then.
Yeah.
But, yeah, all right. I will see you guys. Thank you for tuning into the stream. But we will